Once you get there, the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get pre-approved to buy the house with a mortgage. That's where the lender comes in. Obviously, the lender is going to ask you for a lot of paperwork. And I always tell people, like, get them as much paperwork that they need right up front, because they're going to need it eventually. And it's better to have it up front than to wait until the transaction's going forward and everybody's scrambling. Just make sure you get that to them as soon as you can. And the more documentation you have for them, usually the better. They're going to go through the process of telling you, based on your finances, what you can afford. He's going to then back it up and say, okay, based on your numbers, this is what you can afford. But now, based on your budget, what is more realistic? And so, a lot of times, sometimes people will come in and say, well, man, we can afford a $500,000 house, but then they see the monthly payment, and we have to pull out the defibrillator and give them mouth to mouth resuscitation because they just had a heart attack in front of us. And so we end up having to adjust that down and say, okay, 500,000, the payment might be a little bit too much for you. So we're going to lower it down to 400,000 or something like that. And so James will help, or a lender of any kind will help set those expectations and really tell you where you should be purchase price wise, um, you know, for the payment that you are really looking for. And why I think it's really important to start here. One is you can't put in an offer until you have this done. But then two, if you go out and we start looking at homes, and in those homes we start at 500,000, but you don't really know what that payment is going to look like yet. And then you see the payment and you say, we can't afford 500,000. So then we shift down and we start looking at $400,000 homes. It's hard for people to swallow that change because it's a big jump, it's a big decrease in price, and then all of a sudden the $400,000 houses don't look very good, and people they're bummed out, they're discouraged because they thought they were buying a $500,000 house, and now they're not. And so it's better to make sure you understand the finances first. That way, the expectation on the house is set right out of the get go.